Kathie J.
Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the Kathie J Show. I'm Kathie J. I hope you're having a good day so far. I know I say it every day, but it's a joy to get to hang out with you. So thank you so much for spending the half hour with me. I appreciate it a lot. All right, I also want to say thank you to everybody that's keeping up with us on social media, and to our viewer, Samantha, who watches every day from home after she gets home from work. Hello, Samantha. Thank you for that great idea you gave us for an upcoming show. We are definitely going to do that show for you, girls. So you can always catch up on any of the shows you might have missed on our YouTube channel. Click and like it and subscribe it, as well as KathieJShow.com, where you can leave viewer emails if you have a show that you want us to work on. All right, everybody, let's get into the Kathie J Show today, because today we're going to talk about mental health. And we do talk about a lot on this show, okay? And I hope that some of you, like me, are doing that work that all of the experts that sit on the couch are telling us that we have to do to be better. Work through the ups and downs. So my guest today is an author and licensed professional counselor. She's also from Park Hill, and she has seen an uptick in adolescent referrals this past year. So let's get into it. Please welcome Sheila Hughes to the show. Yay! Hello. I kind of gave it away. You're a Park Hill girl.
I am.
That's awesome. Hillside in the house.
Hillside all day.
I love that. Okay, so you grew up in Park Hill, which is awesome. Generational, right? Your grandma, your mom are here. Your mom.
So actually, my mom is here, but my mom is from Texas. So they moved here. My aunts and uncles and my mom, they moved here in I want to say the late 70s.
That's awesome. And of course, you know, I asked her, does anybody still own those houses in Park Hill? Because they're worth money.
No,
never.
know.
We never take advantage of the Denver real estate.
Right.
Okay, but so then you went on to Metro.
I did.
That's cool.
I did.
Okay.
So I went to Metro. I pursued a degree in behavioral science and a minor in human services.
Okay, so you always kind of knew you wanted to be a counselor.
I did not.
You didn't?
I did
But human
not.
services and stuff, what were you trying to do?
So, well, before I went to Metro, I went to school first. I went to CU. I apologize. Let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
So I went straight out of high school. I went to CU Boulder on a track scholarship. It was a horrible experience. I wasn't ready. So I took 7 years off, and I just worked. And I met my pastor, the late Russell Porter Sr., and he was my mentor.
Awesome.
And he said, okay, you have to do something with your life. You can't just keep hanging out.
Right.
And so we sat down and talked about what I was passionate about, and it was helping people. It was mental health, substance abuse, and that's how I ended up at Metro.
That's awesome. Okay. So then you graduate from Metro.
Yes.
And then you have your beautiful daughter.
I had a little baby girl.
You
Yes.
did. There she
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Yes, that's Kamara.
Kamara.
Oh,
Yes.
that's beautiful. And she's 10 years old now.
She is.
She is beautiful.
She is. Thank you.
Okay, and so after you have your degree, your first degree, and a daughter, you decide, you know what, I'm going to go off to the military.
Yes.
What's up with that?
Well, after I had Kamara, it was very difficult. Her father and I, we were not on good terms at that time. We're best friends now.
That's awesome.
So
you've worked through it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I would hope a professional counselor could work through it.
yes, it was part of my journey. It helps.
We all have a journey.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But at that time we weren't, and it was really, really difficult. I was having a hard time just even finding a job. And so I was looking for something that would give me hope.
Yeah.
That would help me build myself up, and something that would help me support my daughter. And I was also trying to get through graduate school, and I needed extra funding.
Right.
So the Air Force Reserves fit all those.
And did you go somewhere and Kamara stayed with your mom, or did
Yes.
you? Okay, wow, that's a lot of
Yes.
sacrifice.
It was the greatest sacrifice of my life.
But it worked out.
It did.
It worked out
did.
because then you got your degree.
I
From
did.
Regis University.
I did.
That's awesome.
I did.
That's awesome. Okay, so when we come back, everybody, I know it was great sacrifice. It was. When we come back, we're going to talk talk more with Sheila about why she wants all of us to work on that self-care, everybody.
Kathie J.
Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness.
Kathie J.
And welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. I hope you're having a good day so far. So today we're reminding ourselves that self-care and mental health care is very important to our well-being, everybody. This is Sheila Hughes, yay, author and professional counselor. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh no, this is awesome. So one of the reasons why I wanted to have you here is because you don't just counsel people on this, you've lived it.
Yes.
You know how stressful life can be.
Yes.
How hard it is to work for your dreams and your goals.
Yes.
And be be kicked in the head all the time.
All the time.
But tell us your story of when the universe smacked you.
So I want to say last year was really difficult for me. I was dealing with a lot, and you know, sometimes you just get used to stress. You can't even identify when you're under stress.
Just said, I had body goosebumps because you're right. We all live with so much stress. We don't know when we're under stress.
We just deal with it.
Yes.
Like, yeah, whatever.
That's what we were taught to do. Okay.
Until my body said, no,
Amen.
we're not dealing with this anymore. And so I want to say fall of last year, around August, I started having really intense stomach pains. And I'm making every excuse. Oh, I'm dehydrated. Oh, I just stepped my workout plan up. It's just the...
Right, because you're an athlete, so you knew your body pretty well.
I do.
Right,
I do.
yeah.
But
and
I
you just made an excuse for it.
I wasn't taking care of myself.
I'm not sleeping right. I'm eating wrong.
Not at all. But when do we have time?
You don't.
I'm a mom. I'm working. I don't have time to go to the doctor. It'll go away.
Yeah.
And so this happened for August. And my pain tolerance is pretty high. And it just kept pushing until the end of September when one night I couldn't even sleep. I was in so much pain. I called my mom and I said, Mom, I'm going to the emergency room tomorrow.
So what was it?
It was fibroids.
Fibroids?
Fibroids.
So what does that mean?
Uterine fibroids. So it's, the way that I understand it is there's hormonal imbalances, which could be caused by stress. There's also other things, you know, not eating right or...
Which is caused by stress?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
It's one of the symptoms, right?
Yes, yes. And so by the time that I made it to the doctor, they were like, I went to the ER, they were like, how are you walking right now? You are so anemic.
Oh my gosh.
Like, how are you even, have you passed out? And I was like, no, I'm just tired. That's usual. That's normal. I work a lot.
Yeah, right.
And they were like, no, we're going to have to give you 3 blood transfusions today.
You needed that much?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how'd you,
Yes.
and you probably drove yourself there, didn't
I
you?
did.
Of course you did. Of course you did. But you're okay now,
I'm
right?
okay. I'm
good.
okay. I had to have them removed. And when I was talking to the doctor, I was like, well, what's my recovery time? Because I work, you know,
Right.
I have patients, you know, 2 weeks. And she
Right.
was like, Ms. Hughes, it's going to be 8 weeks. Like, you have to sit down and...
And did you allow yourself the time, Sheila, in that 8 weeks to actually relax?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
did.
Because you're seeing an uptick right now after the pandemic of people like you and
Yes.
me who hit the wall because we were working so hard and now
Yes.
our bodies are falling apart.
Right.
Right? I mean,
Right.
and so symptoms that you see out there, what are symptoms that we should be looking for to let us know we need to get ourselves in check?
Well, in the military,
Yeah.
in the mental health side of the Air Force, we use a synonym called oils.
Okay.
So the O, anything that's affecting your occupation.
Okay.
So if you're going to work and all of a sudden you're burnt out, you don't like anything, you're
Yeah.
frustrated, you're tired, everybody's getting on your
Your nerves, yes.
So that's your occupation. I is for interpersonal. It could be interpersonal relationships.
Yeah.
Your marriage, your partner, like they're telling you like something's going on, or it's
Your
just
kids, your friends.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
or your peer group, just everyone.
Okay.
And so, and then L is for leisure. You don't have any energy or motivation to do the things you used to like.
Oh my gosh, I think you're talking to me. Okay.
We're gonna have to talk.
And then what's S?
S is somatic. So when your body you're having aches and pains, migraines every day, headaches, you know, just things that are not normal.
Oh my gosh, you just hit red flags on all of us, everybody. Okay,
Yes.
yes, you did.
Yes.
When we come back, Sheila's going to let us know what our kids and adolescents are going through. You're not going to believe this. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on.
Kathie J.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show. Today we're talking about adolescence and anxiety, us and anxiety. My guest today is author and professional counselor, Sheila Hughes. Yay, Sheila. Thanks for being here. So before we went to commercial break, you made all of us go, oh no, I think that you're talking to me. So now let's keep talking to other people out there. So you said currently the referrals that you're getting coming in, 85% of them are probably adolescent referrals.
Yes.
I mean, they are adolescent referrals.
Yes.
Talk to me about this.
Well, definitely the pandemic affected that.
It did.
We didn't realize the remote learning or just the isolation would affect our children so much. They live and thrive off of peer interaction.
Yeah.
We as adults, I think we take that for granted because...
Well, we do, but here's the thing. I think a lot of adults, we all said, well, my school wasn't that. I didn't enjoy my experience there because of getting bullied or the other kids or something. So it was probably better for my kid that they were home.
Right.
That's not how we develop. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
And it hurt them.
It did.
Okay.
It did. And I mean, no fault of anyone.
No. We had no choices.
Right.
But I think, because that's what I was thinking is like when I hear like a 7th or 8th grader that got to stay home, I'm like, you're so lucky.
Right.
Those were horrible years for me in school.
Me
I
too.
would have loved to have stayed home.
Me too.
But what it did is it prevented them from what? From becoming, what's the social, I mean, why do they need that to be able to go to school every day?
To be accepted, to know what it's like to be accepted, because teenagers get a bad rep. They're difficult, they're this, they're that, but when they're with their peers, how they feel is validated. You know, they go together, they go and talk about us as parents, they hate us, but they hate us together. And so they have someone to support them in that. But it's really important at that point that they get that social interaction and they feel like they belong or someone can relate to them and they feel normal, you know.
No, you're right. And that's what your peers are, because you're right. Even though I was getting picked on by whoever, I had my friends over here that I found as my support group. And I didn't realize that's what was building my character. Ah, gotcha. So what kind of issues are you seeing that they're dealing with right now?
Lots of anxiety, depression. I've been seeing a few eating disorders more than usual, more than last year.
Eating disorders. And what age group is adolescents do you consider?
So I consider 12 and up.
Okay. And you're seeing eating disorders in 12-year-olds?
Yes.
This is horrible.
Yes.
Is it a lack of control that they're feeling? What is bringing all this on? Is it being home and their parents are working so much? I mean, that was me. I was home all the time without my parents.
Right. I feel like it's multitude. So everything that you just said, definitely the lack of control, because they don't know what's going on. And as adults, we get to make those decisions like, oh, well, you can go back to school, or no, you're going to stay here. They don't have a lot of say in that.
They don't.
And so that's a huge piece. And let's see, you said parents being gone. Yes, you know, we work. We have to work. And so sometimes we do miss little things because we're trying to pay the bills.
You're right. And it's like, please, everything's great. You're off. It's summertime. Enjoy yourself, you know, and why are you depressed? We would probably like wipe it off. Like, I don't have time for this. So what can we as parents do to help them? How to recognize it first? Right?
Recognize it first, but make time.
You also said it's important, you believe in the talking to your kid every day.
Yes.
Right? Like the mealtime talk, right?
Yes.
You have to do that as a parent.
Yes.
Right? Even if they're not talking back, you have to do that every day, right?
Yes, definitely. I'm laughing because my daughter, that's what we do. She's like, Mom, I don't want to talk about it, Mommy. I'm done. I'm tired. And I'm like, well, that's okay. I'm still going to talk to you. But I think it is important, even if it's not mealtime. I really enjoy the rides in the car.
Okay.
We talk about her day and all the things that she's excited about in the car.
It's not time for the music. It's time to actually maybe get alone with your kid.
Right.
I could see that for sure.
So,
my daughter always is saying that, Mom, I want to talk right now. And I always do that. Well, I'm going to keep talking because all the counselors and professionals that come in tell me I need to keep talking to you.
Yes. And sometimes I get it. So sometimes when I get off work or when she gets off school, I'll tell her too, like, baby, just give me 30 minutes and then I'm all yours, or let's just get situated when we get home and then it's us.
I'm so glad you just said that. That's also something very important that parents need to do, is put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you try to help your kid, right?
Yes.
So many of us are spiraling out of control and our kids are seeing it.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Definitely.
When you say evidence-based therapy, what is that?
So evidence-based therapy is different type of approaches that have scientific proof that it works.
Okay.
You know, like, oh, well, we're not just saying this works. We have
the
assessments
evidence.
and tests. And
I like that. Okay.
That show that it works.
So you use that and how you treat your patients?
I do, but something that I love about being a therapist is I can be creative too.
Okay.
Like last week, I think I talked to someone who was having body image issues, and so we're working on redeveloping or rethinking what beauty is to her, and we're actually going to do a collage.
Oh, I like that.
So you can do a lot of different fun things. I like using evidence-based. Cognitive behavioral therapy is my always go-to, but with so many different personalities and individuals, you have to be creative to different approaches.
No, I mean, I'm always so impressed with all of the experts, all of you that are on this side of the couch, because all of us are so different. And you
Yes.
have to deal with so many different, we all have so many different experiences coming your way.
do.
Stuff we don't want to share with you, stuff we are.
Yes.
And you have to work through that. So
Yes.
good luck. No.
I love it. I love it. Thank
I
you.
love that too. But so everybody, when we come back, Sheila has this amazing book. We're going to get into it, how you can get a copy of it on your own. And also, she's going to give us a little bit more tips of what she learned in the military with your mental health. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better.
Kathie J.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're hanging out with Sheila Hughes. Yay, Sheila! Professional counselor and author. This is her new book, everybody, Finding My Way Back Up. And it shows the power in utilizing your community as a source of your strength, utilizing yourself. And she also points out that happiness is not a given. You got to work for it.
You do.
You have to work for it.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I feel like, when I'm doing sessions, sometimes people are like, oh, well, I see all these people on social media and they're so happy and I just want to wake up, I just want to be happy. And I'm like, well, you don't know that person's story.
Yeah.
You don't know how they got to or how they became to be happy or appear happy. You don't know what they went through.
Yeah, everybody has a struggle. Everybody
Everyone.
has a battle.
Everyone.
Yes.
And so you have to be intentional. When you wake up today, and I want to have a good day today. I want to be successful. And sometimes you wake up and you don't feel like that, and it's okay too.
Right.
Today is not a good day. That's okay. But you do have to work. It doesn't just happen.
You do. You know, I find myself, I force a smile every morning. Like, that's one of the first things I do when I wake up. It's like, you know, like I force it.
Yes.
You got to get that
You
moving.
do. You have to, because the world won't stop.
It won't stop. So earlier, before commercial break, we were talking about adolescence and anxiety and stuff. And I
Yes.
wanted to ask you, since we all have anxiety and depression, is it different in adolescents when they get anxiety and depression?
What I notice, the biggest difference that I do notice is adolescent self-harm.
Oh, okay.
Cutting is really common in adolescents who are dealing with anxiety and depression.
So it's how we deal with it. That's where the difference lies in
Yes.
our ages.
That's what I'm noticing.
And cutting is not good.
It's not.
good. I
Not
had a
at all.
girlfriend that did that, and it
Yeah.
was hard to watch. So, okay, so back to self-care. That's your big thing, Sheila.
It is.
Come on, everybody. We
It
got to
is.
do our self-care. And
Definitely.
you say self-care, the people that always go, self-care is a luxury I don't have.
Right.
You're over that. That's not what you're talking about.
I am, because the thing is, just like with my experience, and that's what I was even in saying, like, oh, well, I don't have time to recover. I don't have 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I have to work.
Right.
But I'm thinking, okay, but if I don't take care of myself, I could die.
Yeah, you always forget that part.
Yeah,
you always
the most
don't, that's always
important part.
second. That's always secondary in your thought process.
Yes.
Yeah, for me it was too. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Self-care is about mentally getting your inner peace,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so let's talk more about this book.
Yes.
Tell us what's in the book.
So this book actually was written for my daughter, Kamara. When I was going through my pregnancy, it was a very difficult time. And the women around me in my community, my closest family members, friends, they seem like, everyone's they're really sweet. And
Yeah.
they're like, you'll get through it, you'll be okay.
You got this.
And they seem like they've never went through anything. And so I started investigating. And I was like, well, what was your lowest time? Well, how did you get through that? And I just wanted my daughter to read their stories and know when she does have she will.
Yeah.
Everyone will.
We all will.
Have their low moments. She won't be alone. You're not weak. You're
love
not
that.
incompetent. There's nothing wrong with you. We all do it. And you can get back up.
It's exactly right. Going through the book, I love all of the personal photos, by the way. So it's stories from other people that have survived their own battle.
Yes.
I love that. I love that because one of your big things is use your network around you.
Yes,
Use your
definitely.
friends and family.
Social
We
support.
always forget to ask for help from
We
the
do.
people that are the most important around us.
We do, but we've also been shamed to
Yes.
think you have to be superwoman, supermom, your own boss.
I did it. Why can't you handle your
Yes,
kids? Yeah, there's that.
exactly.
There's judgment. Yeah, so find
Exactly.
people that won't judge you.
Right, or just don't judge yourself.
There you
have
go.
to give yourself grace and say, you know what, I don't feel like it. This is hard.
Yeah.
I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I need help.
You're exactly right, Sheila. Okay, so everybody, you also have therapy cards that you're working on. What are
I
those?
do. I have some self-care therapy cards that hopefully will be out around Mother's Day, but definitely May.
Okay, awesome. We'll look forward to it. Okay, everybody. So I want you to reach out to Sheila. I want you to get this book. They can buy it directly from you.
Yes.
Yes, on the website that we're providing there, everybody. But you also on Amazon.
Yes.
Yes. And how much is it?
It's $20.
Come on, everybody. $20 to put some happiness back in your life.
Yes.
So also, self-care isn't a spa day, everybody.
No,
Remember?
it's not.
Yes, you need to take mental health breaks as much as you can. Do you have final words for our audience today?
Well, just to piggyback off of that, self-care could be as simple as taking a nap. It could be as simple as Sunday, I'm staying in my pajamas all day.
Yeah.
Watching cartoons or
exactly.
Just downtime, time to yourself.
Quiet time.
Yes.
Right, where you can really hear your thoughts finally.
Exactly.
That's so important to me. That drive time is so important for me.
It is.
Sheila Hughes, I can't thank you enough for being here today. You did fantastic.
Thank you.
Everybody, you can find Sheila Hughes online and get her book, Finding My Way Back Up.
Yes.
And a little shout out to Kamara, your